Have you ever heard of the saying, it takes a big heart to shape little minds? Though that is true, there is a perception that many people have against kindergarten teachers. However, it does take way more than a big heart to become a kindergarten teacher. Research shows that in order to be a successful kindergarten teacher, it requires skill, experience, and education. Hi, my name is Angelina, and I'm here today to talk about the 3 steps in becoming a successful kindergarten teacher. To step foot into the teaching industry, you must begin to look at schools. When you're looking for a school, you want to find a program that best suits you. When doing your research, you're going to narrow down and find the best school, and honestly, that's the school that you think you're going to succeed in, and that's where you want to go. When you go, you're going to major in early childhood education, and that covers ages birth to 8. When you go, you can either get your bachelor's or you can go for your master's. So if you go for your bachelor's, you're there for 4 years. If you go for your master's, you're there for 6 years. When you go for your bachelor, students get prepared to teach in kindergarten settings, preschool settings, early elementary settings, and daycare settings. You ultimately cover childhood development, teaching methods, and you learn the curriculum that is needed to teach. If you go for your master's in early childhood education, you can qualify as an administrator as well as being a kindergarten teacher. So there's always a bonus to that. You study theories on how kids develop, why you think they develop that way, and how they develop that way. And then, according to Christina Terry, it's better to go for your master's after receiving your bachelor's because you receive better benefits and there's more job opportunities when you have your master's. After researching schools, you're gonna want to begin to look for jobs, experience, yeah. Although it's not required to have experience, it's heavily emphasized because the more experience you have, the better you are, and more likely you are to get a job. A job that you could look for is an assistant teacher at a daycare or an associate teacher. To become an assistant, you can just honestly fill out an application and you can do trainings to become an associate teacher. That's what I did. I took 2 classes in high school. They were college level classes I paid, and now I'm an associate teacher, so I can teach and I can sub in a classroom in a daycare setting. Or you can become a substitute teacher, and by doing that, it might be better because if you want to go into the kindergarten field, which is what I want to do, that's where you're going to be able to see how the classroom is and see the setting of the classroom. According to NEA News, it is important to receive previous experience because it shows benefits to the students as well as yourself, because if you know more, the students are going to take that information and be more successful in the classroom. Now that your job and education are done, you're going to want to cover the skills that are needed to become a kindergarten teacher. When working with students, there are 3 major skills that you want to cover. The first one is communication. It is important to have good communication skills with yourself, your class, and the coworkers, because by being able to communicate with your class, that's by giving direction and being clear about your instruction. And you also need to read and understand work-related materials. As well as this, you also must be able to communicate with others. The last skill that is required is reason and problem solve. You must be able to reason and problem solve when you're a teacher. If a student comes up to you and has an issue, you need to know how to solve that problem and know that something is wrong and understand why it's wrong. You also need to manage your time, and by doing that, that's like if a child needs more time on an assignment, you know that they need some more time because they're not doing so well, just stuff like that. According to Stanford University, in order to effectively target instruction towards children, you must master these 3 skills. Achievement of this last step will have you on your way to becoming a successful kindergarten teacher. All these ideas together are proven by my research that they are effective and will ultimately help you when you go into the teaching industry, and more specifically when you want to become a kindergarten teacher. Thank you.